Hi there, this is Terry from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is this lovely card. I use the Inspiring Iris stamp set and some of the papers from the Brights 6-inch stack. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for the various elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, you can take a screenshot and refer to it later. The Inspiring Iris stamp set is a two-step stamp set. You have outline images and then you have other stamps that you use to colour your image in with. I'm stamping my flowers using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm going to stamp 3 of them at various heights on the card. And I'm just using normal weight Whisper White cardstock. I'm using Gorgeous Grape ink to colour my flowers, and I'm going to stamp off once before stamping on my cardstock. Now the effect you get is a watercolour effect, so there's no precision needed when lining these stamps up. To colour the stems, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green ink, and again I'm stamping off once before stamping on my actual card. To stamp the little border strips, I'm using Melon Mambo. Now I'm going to stamp 2 of these because I'm going to use one to decorate the inside of my card. And because the stamp set is photopolymer, it's quite easy to line up this border. I'm using Gorgeous Grape ink again to stamp the sentiment, and then I'll cut this out using one of the Ornate Frames dies. This is a new set that's coming soon with our autumn-winter catalogue. And this is what it looks like once it's been cut out. You also want to cut out one from Granny Apple Green cardstock. The border strips can now be layered onto the Melon Mambo strips. You can then add one of the strips to the bottom of the Whisper White mat that's going inside your card, and then you can position this inside your card base. Now I haven't cut my Coastal Cabana Designer Series paper to size yet, because the size depends on how far up I did my stamping. So it's variable. Now I know how wide I need to cut this, but I don't know how deep as yet. You want the top edge of it to be just under your highest flowers. So for me, that's just under 6.5 centimetres. So I'm now going to cut my Designer Series paper, and I'm going to cut it to 6.5 centimetres initially, and then try it against my panel, and if necessary trim off a little bit more. This actually looked quite good, so I was happy to leave it as is. So I'm just going to trim the width now, and then I can add this panel to the front of my card. I'm using one of our metallic brads to anchor the little tags, and the one I'm using is silver and it's the smallest size. Use a pencil to mark the position on the border strip where you want to place your tags. Then you can pierce the hole. Push the brad through the 2 tags and then through the border strip before opening it up on the back. I'm adding a small piece of tear tape across the back of the brad just to help it adhere to the card. Then I can cover the rest of it with wet glue and position it onto my card. Finally, I can trim off the excess. It's up to you to decide how you want to position your tags, but when you're happy, just fix them into position using a couple of glue dots. The panel can then be added to the gorgeous scrape mat, and then this whole piece can be added to the front of the card base. The inspiration for the colour scheme on this card came from our glittered enamel dots. These come in Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo and Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to add just one of them, the Melon Mambo, to the end of the tag. And that's it, the card is finished. Very quick and simple to complete. And here's another look at my original one. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.